of the best ways to actually provide leadership is a meeting. And I know meeting can sometimes have a bit of a dirty word, but that's one of the reasons we're going to get involved and why we're going to try and actually do a good job of meetings, because we want to be good leaders. Steve Jobs had the quote, great things in business are never done by a person, they're done by a team. So your ability to actually accomplish more by working as a group, if you've got 5 staff or 20 staff working on one common goal, you're going to achieve far more than trying to do it all by yourself. And I think, the definition of a business is a leveraged system or a service that you can provide where it doesn't solely depend on you. So I'm a fan of that one. The other one's the Gym Hub motto is more profit, more leverage, and more fun. And the only way that's possible is through a team. If it was just working with an individual that had their own business, no staff, I think it's a different game. So I think these are other benefits. I always like to cover the why and why it might be worthwhile picking up a couple of little tips and working on this aspect of your business. But I think the why of running a great business or a great team meeting is more profit, more leverage, and more fun. All right, let's get Carlos involved. What do most people think of when they hear the word meeting?
Oh, I think most of the stuff you think is scary or something you're going to be telling them off or something like that. But
why do they think that, do you think? Or why do I think that when I think of meetings as well?
I don't know. I just think they're gonna just think about what the problems are, but not about the solutions or not about goals or anything like that.
Yeah, look, I agree. For me, meetings with something you might have done at school. Generally, they call a meeting at school or in a sporting team or something. If you've done something wrong, it's like a crisis meeting or. So, the fact that you had to sort of come sit down and then listen to a teacher figure or someone like that was usually because you're about to get a serve. They're literally going to tell you all the things you've done wrong. So I think for many people, meetings might be have negative connotations around it. The other thing is that I guess there are different ways to sort of run a meeting. The image at the top there is the traditional corporate meetings that are sort of slow and boring. The image at the bottom is your modern business, your Googles of the world, which can bring people in. They feel the ability to actually engage in discussions, that their opinions are important, and they walk away sort of feeling energized and motivated to get out there and take on their week. So the point I'm trying to make here is that you get to choose. If people do come into your first meeting that you do, from now on, and they come in and they expect that slow and boring at the top, I think that's normal. That's not your fault. That's just what most people are sort of preconditioned to believe about meetings. And I've been to some horrible, boring meetings myself. However, with some planning and with a bit of preparation and thought that you put into it, you can make it fun and engaging, so that every time they think of a meeting with you in the future, they're actually thinking of the one at the bottom that's fun and engaging. What sort of body language, Mark, do people have? What sort of energy do they have if they're sitting there in a bad team meeting?
Pretty negative. Almost a little disinterested and, not engaged. Body language.
Yeah.
The figure there shows look a bit bored or stressed or not what you're looking for.
I don't know if you're the same as me, but I've had some bad team meetings. And I remember you're sort of looking at staff. If you do it at sort of lunchtime with personal trainers, they're usually starting to kind of nod off like this because they've been up early in the morning to sort of take a session. Usually you can sort of pan across the room and you see someone rolling their eyes or someone checking on their phones. But it's quite hard to be out the front, isn't it, when that sort of body language is there?